This is 9th game of the World Championship 1986. Karpov vs Kasparov. D82 Bonai opening, but later it was changed into run field by Kasparov. Karpov playing white, Kasparov playing black. D4, knight f6, c4, g6, knight c3, d5. After his near disaster in the game number 7 with the Queen's Gambit declined, exchange variation, Kasparov returns to the run field. So Kasparov played bishop f4, bishop g7, e3, c5, d into c5, queen a5, rook c1, d into c4. In game number 5, Kasparov got a bad game after playing knight e4 here. Kasparov played knight e4 in that game. Let us go back to this game. Bishop into c4. Instead of bishop into c4, if queen a4 is played, let us go back and see that. Queen a4, queen into a4, knight into a4, bishop d7, rook into c4, knight d5, bishop g3, b5. b5 is a very good move here. Let us go back after bishop into c4. That was the last move played in the game. Kasparov castle. If queen into c5, let us go back and see. Instead of castling, queen into c5, queen b3, now castles, knight b5 with the threat of knight c7 and bishop into pawn check. So let us go back. Last move played is castling by Kasparov. Knight f3, queen into c5, bishop b3, knight c6, Karpov castles, queen a5. Again the precise move between Larsen and Tal in 1965 went. Let us go back and see that. Instead of queen a5, or rook d8, knight d5, or after queen h5, h3, e5, bishop h2, rook d8, knight d2, and white was better. Let us go back. Last move played is queen a5. After queen a5, Karpov played h3. Bishop f5, knight d4. This is a new move. In previous games, this move is not played. Bishop d7. Let us go back and see what if the other moves are played. Instead of bishop d7, knight into d4, e into d4. this has some initiative. With the bishop on f6, e7, f6 is dangerous. Kasparov plans a better role for the queen bishop on c6. So he played bishop d7, queen e2, knight into d4. Another possibility was, let us go back and see, instead of knight into d4, e5, knight into c6, bishop into c6, bishop g3. When the weakness on f7 and d5 after bishop h4 may become important. Let us go back. Last move played is knight into d4, e into d4, e6, bishop d2. Realizing that black has a firm grip over d5, white decides to take the quickest and safest way to draw. If bishop e5, let us see that if bishop e5, bishop c6, queen e3, rook a c8, queen g5, queen d8. Let us go back. The last move played is bishop d2, queen b6, rook f d1, bishop c6, bishop e3, queen a5, bishop d2, queen b6, bishop e3, queen a5, and the game was drawn. This draw with a white pieces is not good result for Karpov, as he is trailing by 1 point already. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Please subscribe so that you can see all the 24 games of this World Championship. Thanks for watching once again.